Hello, myself Rekha Damur from Param Guru Pathshala English Medium School, Sarsa. Today I am going to discuss the subject Economics of Standard 12th Commerce. Unit number 3, Money and Inflation. Topics covered: inflation and causes of inflation. In our last session, we have discussed about money and functions of money. Today, I am going to discuss about inflation, characteristics of inflation and causes of inflation. Now, we discuss our main topic is inflation. So, what is inflation? When we hear the word inflation, we mean inflation means a rise in the general price level. We consider inflation to be a rise in the prices of goods and services. Inflation is an economic term that refers to an environment of generally rising prices of goods and services within a particular economy. As general prices rise, the purchasing power of consumer decreases. For example, prices for many consumer goods are double that of 20 years ago. Now, we discuss about the complete meaning of inflation. Economic gives a clear meaning of inflation. Now, the definitions of inflation. According to Dr. A.P. Lerner, a situation of excess demand over supply of goods. According to A.P. Lerner, he says that when in our economy demand increase over supply of goods and services, this situation is called inflation. People are more demanding for goods and services in this situation. Our next definition is according to Dr. A.C. Pigou. Inflation is said to occur when monetary income rises faster than real incomes. It means he said that the situation in which people's monetary income increase rapidly against real income. Our next definition is according to Dr. J. M. Keynes. The real situation of inflation is created with increase in money income beyond the level of the full employment of factors of production. According to Keynes, a situation in which the factors of production fully employed production increase, but in comparison to production, the money income of people rises fastly. So, they are ready to pay more to purchase goods or services. It means that people pay more money for that goods or services for which in past they pay less money. It means that the purchasing power of money is decreased, or we can say that the value of money is also decreased. Now we discuss about the characteristics of inflation. First character is constant rise in price level. We have discussed about it that there is constantly price increases in inflation. If there is price increase for a short time, we cannot say that this condition is inflation. Second is price rise in all sectors. Not only one sector, but in all sectors, namely industrial sectors, agriculture sectors, and service sectors, price rises. Third point is purchasing power decreases. In comparison to production, money income increase. So people ready to pay more. So we can say that the purchasing power of money is decreased and also the value of money decreased. Fourth point is the rise in price level after full employment. The situation in which factors of production fully employed and then price rise, it is called inflation. There are also other points we have to consider for inflation. From that, suppressed inflation are there even if government controls the price increase by rules of law. When government has kept control over and suppressed increase in price levels via rules, law and subsidies, it is considered inflation even if there is no price rise. It is called suppressed inflation. Next point is if price increase is for limited goods and services for a shorter period, it is not inflation. As we discussed earlier, we can say that if there is no price increase in all sectors of goods or services, there is no inflation. Next point is some factors of production are unemployed. A rise in prices boosts economic activity and gives more employment to factors and thus production rises and prices falls. When some factors of production are unemployed, a rise in prices boosts economic activity and gives more employment to factors and thus production rises and prices falls. If there is unemployment in factors of productions leads an economy, the increasing price of goods or services will allow employment to increase production to decrease the price of goods and services. Therefore, the increase in price levels in all sectors of an economy, even after full employment, is considered inflation and it proves to be harmful for economy. Now we discuss about the causes of inflation. Inflation means constant increase in price of goods and services in all sectors of an economy. The two major factors affecting the price of goods and services are demand and supply. So, the major factors affecting inflation are increase in demand, increase in production cost. Now we discuss the causes of inflation are first increase in demand, second increase in cost of production, and third is other reasons. Now we discuss the causes of inflation in details. First is increase in demand. There is an increase in demand of a product which leads to the increase in its price if the supply is not provided or if they are provided at a slower rate than the increasing demands. Then there is an increase in price of the product. If there is inflation due to increase in aggregate demand as compared to the aggregate supply, then it is called demand pull inflation. The major reasons for increase in demand are following. First is increase in supply of money. Monetarists consider inflation as a purely monetary phenomena. According to them, if there is an increase in money in a state, the individuals earn more income, because of which the demands of necessities increases. Against increasing demand, the supply remains steady. leading to increase in price and inflation. McCullough says that too much money chasing too few goods causes inflation. It means, according to monetarists, in the state, if the individual earned more income, so according to his income, he demand more and more goods and services. It not means that supply is also increased. Supply remains steady and scarcity is there, so the prices increase and inflation is arise. Second point is increase in public government expenditures. The government of developing countries like India is involved in economic development of the country. Government incurs expenditure after installing infrastructures, provision of basic utilities, or providing employment, which increases the supply of money in the economy. This increases the incomes and demands of the people, which lead to rise in the general price level. Thus, if the government circulates money in excess of the production of goods and services in the economy by increasing public expenditure, then the rise of general price level gains momentum. Okay. We all know that India is most developing country in the world. Okay, so government incurs expenditures for infrastructure, provisions for basic utilities, and providing employment to people. Due to that, the supply of money increase in economy because the government more and more invest in these services and products. So money in our economy increased, and from that people earn more money, and people also demand for more goods and services. So inflation is created in our economy. Third point is overpopulation. In India, there is 2% annual increase in population, leading to an increase in demands of individuals. The increasing population causes increase in the demands of public requirements, and when the supply is insufficient, the price level increases. When the population is constant but their purchasing power increases due to rise of their income, there is an increase in price levels. Thus, supply of money leads to increase in demands, followed by increase in price levels of goods and services. Our next causes of inflation is increase in cost of production. Increase in production cost, increase in price, and after that the cost push inflation and supply shock inflation. It means this cause is also known as cost push inflation and supply shock inflation. The other major factor affecting the price is the supply of goods and services. Supply oriented economists believe that when there is an increase in production cost, there is an increase in its price. For example, if there is an increase in cost of raw materials, machines, electricity, water rates, workers' wages, or transportation, there is an increase in price of goods or services. The inflation caused due to increase in production cost is called cost push inflation or supply shock inflation. Our next causes is other reasons. The major reasons for inflation are increase in demand, increase in production cost, but practically there are also other factors which can affect the inflation. Even though the minor factors are for the short term, they cause a spike in price levels. For example, in industry based on foreign import, if there is an increase in import expenses or if there is a shortage during contingencies, it can lead to price rise. Basically, there is an increase in demand and production cost that leads to inflation, but the other minor factors are as follows. First is taxation policy. The taxation policy of the government causes inflation. The high increase in tax rates increases the production cost of the products, which leads to rise in inflation. Second is increase in price of import. In India, 70% of petroleum products are supplied via import. If there is an increase in price of crude oil in international market, then there will be an increase in rates of petrol and diesel, which can also increase the price of other products. And the next topic is scarcity. When there is a scarcity in terms of raw material, electricity, or any requirement for production, it leads to increase in price level of the goods or services. If scarcity prevails for a long period during production or is extensive in nature, it can cause inflation. Now, I complete my topic here. I hope you all understand about the inflation and causes of inflation. Thank you so much to all.